case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
The Henry T. Patterson Trust found itself embroiled in a legal dispute with the United States government in a 1984 case that navigated the convoluted path of stock redemption tax treatment. The trust, represented by Reeves Banking and Trust Company, took issue with the Internal Revenue Service's IRS choice to classify a 1976 stock redemption as a dividend. This unfavorable classification led to the trust paying higher federal income taxes in 1979. In the ensuing lawsuit, the trust argued that the transaction was more appropriately categorized as a capital gain sale, thereby entitling them to a significant tax refund. This claim hinged on the assertion that the stock redemption had resulted in a major reduction of the trust's interest in Puritan, the corporation whose shares were in question. The lower court was persuaded by the trust's argument, concluding that the extent of their control over Puritan was substantially diminished post-redemption. This observation satisfied the meaningful reduction test under Section 302 of the Internal Revenue Code of 1954, effectively challenging the IRS's concept of a dividend. However, this was not the end of the saga. The United States government appealed the decision, asserting that Section 318A(4) of the tax code was applicable. This rule, presented as the line of attribution limitation, could potentially restrict the scope of the statute only to the taxpayer or individuals who held shares attributable to the taxpayer. But the court disagreed with this governmental interpretation. The United States Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit upheld the lower court's decision, bolstering the trust's argument. The court retorted that the language of the statute, particularly any person in Section 318A(4), could not be constricted to just those parties in the line of attribution. The verdict held that the trust's reduction in ownership of Puritan was not equivalent to giving a dividend, shutting down the government's appeal. In essence, the Patterson Trust's victory shed light on the importance of the facts and circumstances in each case when determining if a stock redemption is akin to a dividend. This ruling exemplified how interpreting a statute's language can significantly impact the court's decision. The resulting comparative calculation in this case was not the only important factor, making this saga a fascinating probe into the nuanced world of tax law.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.